Well, first of all, thank you, Mrs. O'Neill, for raising the issue of those HVAC units. As someone who went to one of those schools yesterday, I can attest to the fact that it was pretty uncomfortable. So earlier this month, I stopped by Magruder High School to speak with their Feminism Club and SGA. It was a very insightful dialogue. We talked about dress codes and the school year calendar and how we approach health class as a county. And later that same day, I went to a meeting for the middle school SGA, the middle school county SGA, MCJC, and they were discussing a lot of the similar issues. This weekend, I stopped by that Communities United Against Hate conference. It was great to see so many familiar faces there, both from our staff and students that I recognize across the county. I got the chance to go to Sligo STEAM Day. I learned a lot about architecture there, and I was talking to one 7th grader who was doing a project on earthquake-resistant buildings, and he wanted to demonstrate some of his designs, but the school didn't have a spare shake plate. So he found a spare motor and circuit board and wired a shake plate himself using cardboard. And that, to me, is reflective of the creativity and ingenuity you saw across the board at that event. Thank you so much to the staff at Sligo for inviting us. I also attended the MABE conference last week. Although Maryland has school districts of all different sizes, it is interesting how many share the same challenges that we do. On a final note, about 2 weeks ago, I stopped by Blair High School to speak with some students in ESOL classes. I just wanted to share a short little anecdote from there. I was speaking to a ESOL 2 class, and towards the end of our discussion, I asked them how many of them wanted to go to college after high school. And every single hand in that room shot up, and I asked them what they wanted to be, and I heard doctor and engineer and electrician and biochemist and scientist, everything you can imagine. So I asked them how, as a school system, we could better serve them as students to get to that point. And the number one thing that they said was, I want to learn English faster. They also told me that they felt a division in their school between native speakers and English learner students, and how badly that made them feel. And I know that isn't a problem that only exists at that school. I think it's important for us to reflect on all the work that we have ahead in this field, but I am proud, and I was extremely proud walking out of that building, to belong to a board and a system that has a renewed focus on improving outcomes for our English learner students. It really is our obligation. So that's it for me.